Success. It's a word we chase. But somehow the more we chase it, the further it feels. Because the truth is, success has a strange way of making you feel like you don't have it yet. I heard a phrase once that never left me. Wealth is health. And the more I've lived, the more I realized how real that is. We're taught to think wealth is money, numbers, status, comfort. But real wealth is something deeper. It's waking up and knowing your family is okay. It's being able to laugh, to breathe, to feel peace. It's having people around you who still care when everything else falls apart. Because let me ask you something. What is success if you have no one to share it with? What is wealth if your health is gone? I learned this in a way I never expected. When I moved to a new town, I didn't know anyone, but I met my neighbor, the first person I could really call a friend. Sometimes his parents would even take me to school when the bus didn't show up. Simple things, small moments, the kind you don't realize matter until later. One day, we got into a deep conversation, a real one. We started talking about success, about life, about health. And he said something that stopped me. He told me he believed wealth mattered more than health. That money came first. Because with money, he said, you can buy health. You can afford doctors, treatment, care. And in that moment, I disagreed. I told him, I already feel wealthy when I know my family is healthy. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized something important. He wasn't wrong, and neither was I, because life isn't one-sided. It's balance. You need wealth to protect, to provide, to support. And you need health because without it, nothing else matters. One without the other will always leave you empty. Life is a balance of both, a constant trade between effort and peace, ambition and gratitude, success and well-being. That's the real lesson, not chasing one while ignoring the other, but learning to build both together. But even knowing that, I still believe something matters more, because no matter how far money can take you, it will never replace what truly gives life meaning. Money can distract us from the beauty right in front of us, from family, from connection, from the moments we don't realize are becoming memories. The truth is, the most valuable things in life were never meant to be bought. They were meant to be felt. The laughter around a table, the stories passed down from those who lived before us, the people who struggled, sacrificed, and paved the way so we could even have a chance to dream. Those are the things that shape us. Those are the things that remind us why we're here. Because life isn't just about reaching the destination. It's about honoring the journey that brought you there. The struggle, the grind, the late nights, the moments when nothing made sense, but you kept going anyway. That's where meaning is built. That's where character is formed. Success isn't the final moment when you make it. It's every step you take while becoming who you're meant to be. That's why I say this. Success is balance, health and wealth, effort and peace, ambition and gratitude. A life lived fully is a life lived in balance. Because in the end, it's not about how much you have, it's about how deeply you live. The goal should always be to help your family, but never at the cost of losing yourself. Life was never meant to be lived on one side. You can't give everything away, and you can't take everything for yourself. That's the balance, the yin and the yang. Because when you dedicate your entire life only to success, you lose the very reason success exists. And when you forget about growth, ambition, and purpose, you lose the ability to protect and provide for the people you love. Life was never meant to be one-sided. We were meant to build, to love, to create. And I believe something deeply, that life itself is meant to continue. We shouldn't be afraid of creating life. We shouldn't be against family, against children, against passing something on. Because every one of us exists only because someone before us chose to keep going, chose to love, chose to build, chose to believe. Life isn't meant to be lived alone. It's meant to be shared through memories, through laughter, through moments that don't need a camera to be remembered. Because the most powerful memories live in your mind and your heart. A life without family, without connection, without someone to pass your story to. That's not freedom. That's emptiness. We don't build wealth for ourselves alone. We build it for those who come after us, for the next generation, for the lives that carry a piece of us forward. That's the true meaning of balance. That's the real success. And if this message meant something to you, if it made you stop and think, like the video, subscribe, and stay here for more stories that remind us what really matters.